Hello, my name is Kim, and I am an artist. I'm back for another edition of my self-imposed color mixing challenge, and this time I have a recommendation from somebody else. My kids have been very supportive of me making these videos, and my daughter wanted to give me my next color challenge in her own special way. The color ended up being pink. No real surprise there. It's been her favorite color her whole life. You know, I was never really a pink person myself. There are 4 kids in my family growing up, and we each had kind of like an assigned color. This is how I remember it anyway. And basically, it was whatever color you got as a baby blanket, that was like your color. And my baby blanket was pink. And I even had a pink bedroom. But honestly, I never really attached that much to pink. I was not really a pink kind of girl. And I still am not really. However, when I had my first daughter, that kind of changed a little bit. For some reason, having a daughter has brought out, I think, a little bit more of my femininity, and I've grown to appreciate pink a little bit more. So it's going to be fun. I do use pink in paintings here and there, and I do like it, but it's just not really my go-to aesthetic. I'm going to let my daughter participate in this challenge as well. So we will mix up the pink together, and then she will also create her own little monochromatic, tiny, quick painting as well. So let's see what we come up with.
We're using this light pink axolotl. It's very cute. I wanted to use it because it's just very cute, and I wanted the color light pink.
All right, my daughter is squeezing out some paints for me right now. We're going to use primary cyan, which she's already squeezed out, primary yellow, and magenta, plus white, because pink is a shade of red. We won't be able to create it without white. We're going to start making this with white and magenta. It's light, so we don't want to put too much in. And it's very light, isn't it? It's already too dark. And just to be clear, we're going to go for this body color here. So not that dark part, not this light part, but this body pink here. Honestly, it's a pretty true red pink. Doesn't need that much too. Doesn't require that much. There are a lot of pinks that require more colors, like a yellowy pink, which is more of a peachy, warm-toned pink. Or you could have a cool-toned pink that has a little bit more blue in it. This one, honestly, is just nothing too exciting to it. We gotta spice this up a little bit. Should we make it a little more interesting?
Yeah.
Do you think we should make it a cool-toned pink, or should we make it a warm-toned pink?
Warm.
A warm-toned pink, my favorite. We're just gonna add a little in. So this,
like light.
So it will be still light pink, but we'll make it a little bit more on the peachy side by adding in some yellow. And we need a lot for what we're doing. So I'm going to just end up mixing a lot more white and red in here, just so we have the volume of paint we need for our project. But what do you think about that pink?
It looks.
Ooh, see? It's already very different from that pink that we have on the axolotl.
But maybe we can make like that pink and this pink.
We can make both pinks, you're saying?
Yeah.
What if I painted a painting with one of the pinks and you painted with the other one? What about that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Make it a little more interesting. Okay, first I'm going to mix up more of this, and then I'm going to get another sheet out and mix up the other one, okay? Since we're going to spend a little more time before I actually use this, I'm going to add in some slow drying extender because I'm pretty concerned about this drying up before I ever get a chance to use it. All right, my daughter decided she's going to take a stab at mixing the other pink. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Have at it. So get a lot, because you're going to need a lot of paint for this and you don't have to remix it.
The white looks like marshmallow fluff.
She's saying the white looks like marshmallow fluff. And she's surprised that there isn't more force to the white, that the pink overtakes the white a little bit more quickly than she expected.
It's becoming very pretty.
Very pretty.
And my favorite color is light pink. I think it's like almost there. Just this magenta is showing up.
How do you think it compares to the pink over there?
I think they're like kind of like, they look like a different color. That one kind of looks like a skin tone, and this kind of looks like a pink.
But this is the pink you want to work with?
Yes.
Okay.
It's almost there. It's just like there's a lot of like magenta showing up. I'm trying to mix that up. It's hard to go this way because I could just keep getting stuck. See? Like, look at all the magenta showing up. Mine just you.
A little tip, you may want to scrape the paper a little bit harder so you can get that magenta up off the paper.
It looks like almost exactly. Just like a tad bit different. I just want to keep it like this because it's very pretty.
Perfect. So here we have our two pinks. Off camera, I'm going to mix some white and some black to make different values of these pinks. Just a little note, for the darker pinks, I added extra magenta because just using the black made it a very dull, boring color. And in order to make a more vibrant color, often you'll use a little bit more of the actual color as well. So this time I did use black plus a little extra magenta to make these dark values here.
So I was gonna make the strawberry actually into a heart, but it turned out to be like a strawberry shape. So I actually decided to put a heart around it. So like the axolotl, I thought like maybe it could be eating the strawberry, and it loves the strawberry, so it painted a picture about it.
Man, I had some struggles with that fairy, and that, my friends, is why you should always paint with a sketch. So the pink mix ended up being extremely simple, and that's why I kind of added a little more to it, just to give you a little something interesting to look at, and also because I just prefer a warmer pink, honestly. So my daughter and I are curious. Which pink did you prefer? Did you prefer the warmer pink or did you prefer the neutral pink? You can let us know in the comments. So that was a lot of fun. And one thing that really struck me about my daughter's painting was that she mentioned she set out to paint one thing and then she ended up kind of changing it because it didn't work out. And honestly, I don't know why it wasn't really working out for her because it seemed like it was going the way that she intended. But when she was in the middle of the painting, she just realized that this isn't what the painting was. And she changed course and she had a really wonderful end result that was probably more meaningful than the one she intended going in. So that's definitely something cool to witness because how often do we go into life with a plan and things, they just don't go that way? And sometimes it's kind of important to let that flow occur because it can turn out even better than we ever imagined in the first place. And for me, honestly, that can be a hard thing to release my initial vision and to follow it somewhere new. So that was something that was really fun for me to witness my daughter doing. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back next time.